I'm a good person. You're not safe. Hello.
Thank you.
Hello. Introduce yourself. Tell us things.
Hello, my name is Sam Balcomb. I'm the writer-director of You're Not Safe.
Woo-hoo. So I felt feelings of this thought process of like, oh yeah, no, we're good. Like, you're good, we're good. In 2026, we're good, right? Okay, tell us where the story came from.
Well, some of that was just general feelings of not feeling very safe, but the original idea came one day when I was walking through my house, and I have a 6-year-old daughter, and I walked past her room, and I thought, how strange it would be. I don't know, sometimes I just think of these fucked up things, like how strange it would be if I had no memory of having a kid, and I walked through my house one morning, and there's just a kid's room in my house, but I have no memory of this. That kind of led to other ideas like, what if there was this entity being forced something that was like pulling people out of existence, but not just the person, but also other people's memory of them. But they left behind physical traces, like pictures on a phone or a wedding ring or things like that. So it's like, well, I last summer when we shot this, I just was really in the mood to film something. I love horror, and I have a kind of an affinity for summer horror. It's kind of like, a subgenre, because we usually think of, Halloween or October, or spooky times for that kind of a genre, but I also love like Friday the 13th, summer camp, and sleepaway camp, and movies that have that kind of stark contrast to the horror, fun summer vibe. So I kind of wanted to just do something for fun, a little summer horror short, so this is what came out.
That was actually going to be one of my questions of why 4th of July?
Part of it's just the visuals. It's fun to have something like what's supposed to be a happy, cheery event, full of color and light and noise, but horrible things are happening. And yeah, it's also just kind of felt right with the story and the thematics to have this centered around a holiday that's supposed to be about kind of happiness and being happy about and feeling safe where we are and where we live.
Where did you shoot it?
Here in LA, mostly in the Valley. And that's my producer Andrew was an absolute rock star of this, because I would say, I would love to shoot in. I want to find a place like Lake Balboa where we can film this, and he went and got us Lake Balboa, which is amazing. So it was really. I grew up in the Valley. And so being able to go around, we shot in Encino and Burbank and all the places that kind of was very fun for me, because like the lake with the swan boats and everything, that was a place that I grew up where I learned how to ride a bike. And being there to film, I've been wanting to make movies since I was a little kid. So being able to be in these places again, doing that is just a dream come true.
You've given me a nightmare, because I live in those areas, and now I'm going to be looking at everybody sideways, especially like couples sitting by the water. So thank you for that.
Oh, of course, you're welcome.
Completely well done. Where did you find your actress?
So Courtney Bandeco, our lead, who was here tonight, she's wonderful. She was introduced by a mutual friend, a writer-director, stunt woman, an incredible person named America Young. And I reached out to her because I really wanted to work with someone new, someone I've worked before that was just, I was looking for a particular energy. And she recommended Courtney. And so we just had a chat over the phone. It was very last minute, if I remember correctly. It was just maybe like a week before filming or something crazy. And so I sent her the script, and thank goodness she agreed to do it.
Okay, offer out, I see you. Show don't tell is something we can hear as screenwriters and filmmakers all the time. And that scene where she starts to realize that there's something is going on, and then that ring comes up. Talk to me about the development process of like how we were going to show what we were going to see without being able to speak to it at all.
Right. It's I was very much hoping that it would work. You never know. You write something down on a page and you show it to other people, and it's okay. It all makes sense. It works. But then you start filming and you realize, okay, maybe it's not coming across. So we ended up doing a little bit of ADR, not for that scene, but for the lake scene, because we were showing some folks and they didn't fully get, because it is a hard concept. There's like the phrase, you can't prove a negative. So the idea of someone existing and then not existing, it's kind of hard to portray it without literally spelling it out, saying, hey, this person's not here anymore. So I was trying to find an escalation of visuals, with sock to underwear to toothbrush to ring, finally to phone pictures and all that stuff, and hoped that it would make enough sense that people would follow along.
It did, so much so that you got the Filmmakers Award for Outstanding Originality in Horror.
Oh,
wow.
Thank you very much.
And Miss Offer Out, you also got Outstanding Cast Performance in a Horror. So very, very well done.
Thank you.
I have many more questions because I want to talk about our special effects, but I also want to open up to the room. Do we have any questions for our amazing filmmaker? Yes.
So I mean, I read it as a pretty clear, at least it was clear to me, a theme of somebody possibly going through psychosis. And seeing that in real time, how she would be discovering it. I'm not sure what in the DSM or whatever it would be called. But was that part of like that potential metaphor seeping into your mind? Because you spoke to the horror of it. What was that metaphor in your mind at all for this?
I think it's part of it. I didn't want to explicitly spell things out, but I think that's one of the interpretations. I think because I've had family members going through dementia, just themselves, like the essence of who they are fading away is absolutely terrifying. So I think that part of that fed into what I was going for.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Other questions? Yes.
Is this something you'd want to extend it to?
Yeah, that's a question I have too.
Longer, short,
maybe. I jotted down some ideas of how to expand it out, but I haven't explored it too much because I never want something to outstay its welcome. I wouldn't want to take a concept and stretch it out if there wasn't a really solid concept that could fill 90 minutes, 2 hours. But that said, if someone wants to park a dump truck full of money outside my house, I'll gladly, I'll write it.
It to me fully felt like it was a piece of something like a proof of concept. So I 100% think there is more story there. Mostly because I want to know where they're going, and will they ever make it back? I'm a rom-com writer, guys. I need a happy ending. Other questions? Talk to us about the VFX of creating this place where they get ripped.
So we kept it really simple. I've done a lot with visual effects over the course of my life. It's kind of where I started after film school. I got a job in various post houses, and I kind of had to learn my own way to making visual effects. And so I'm used to stuff in a lot more doing crazy environments, a lot of green screen, a lot of stuff. So this is a bit more restrained from what I usually do. But so it was very simple, just filming in a black void and extending that out was pretty simple. But I went through a lot of iterations on kind of what would be seen or what would not be seen. Originally, there was a bigger idea of this kind of crazy landscape that they would be in, but I just ended up pulling that back because I figured less would be more.
Yeah.
And just what you don't see is scarier than what you do. And so then even like the face that we see in the sky is went through a lot of iterations, just kind of seeing like exactly what it is going to look like. But that's part of the fun. I love that process.
What happened to the kids in the park?
I don't know. We see some very small silhouettes in that space. So who knows?
Oh.
I was like, oh no, they got taken. And then my filmmaker brain was like, oh no, they passed their 8 hours and we ran out of
One of those was my daughter, so she was happy to hang out and then play by the lake and look at bugs.
Oh, that's so sweet. This was such an amazing film. Thank you so much and congratulations on 2 awards tonight.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Margaret.